Hello everybody, this is Debt Free Cars again. Just a follow-up video, part 5 of the 2006 Highlander. I'll explain how the engine came in and out of the compartment, how to do that, and some brackets and items to look out for. So if you want to see more of these videos, be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you. All right, so here's the thing. When we pulled out this engine actually came out with the engine and the transmission together. So we pulled it up from the top, and it was actually fairly easy. What we did was disconnected the electrical harness going to the ECU, and then disconnected some heater hoses and the typical engine removal items. There was a couple of brackets after you take out the inverter. There was a couple of brackets here that was bolted onto the side of the engine. So just remove those. Anything that was bolted on, we try to remove as much as possible. There's actually a water heater pump down here, an electric motor. It had a metal bracket around it. We took that out as well. So here, backing it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the electrical air conditioning compressor. Pretty simple, 3 bolts on the side. On this side of the vehicle, this is the transmission driver side of the vehicle. Basically removing the harness, the axle, took the axle out, and then also we loosened up the mount there just to get some leverage. We actually lifted it up and then removed the mount at times to remove the engine. On this side, we removed the nut for the motor mount, remove the axle. There's another mount in there. See that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts there. You remove that and then just drop it to the back out of the engine's way. Nothing else back here needs to be removed. There's also the exhaust pipes, exhaust manifolds. I figured removing the manifolds together would be much easier than to try to lift the engine around. So let's see what else. Okay, so I kept all the intake on. I kept all the intake on. So this car has a electric power steering pump or power steering motor. So there wasn't any power steering pump equipment on this side on the usual Toyota 1MZ engines. So I took that. So I left all this on. Even the brackets in the back of the intake manifold I left on. And then so the only thing that when we pulled out the when we tried to remove the radiator fan to get a little more clearance for the engine to be pulled, we found out that the radiator and the cooling fan were bad. So this is the radiator that is damaged. You can see the pink coloration on the right side here, where the radiator leaked. Actually, it's actually a lot of this plastic is damaged here too. So, and it looked like somebody tried to put some leak sealer in, which it happens. Okay, so this is the radiator fan. So the leak on the radiator actually caused the radiator fan and radiator fan blades to become damaged. So you can hear the noise here. It's the motor is pretty much shot, and the radiator blade is shot as well. Normally I just buy a new radiator fan, but this model for some reason is really hard to find. The Highlander, the Toyota Highlander Hybrid model is very difficult to find. So I'm gonna have to look for the motor, and if I find one, I'll put the link on this page. I have to find the motor separately, and then I have to find the fan blade. This is a 14-inch fan blade, and they come in all different sizes. So be careful looking at it. This particular radiator fan is one of the ones where the reservoir is attached to the top. So I am going to keep looking, see. And this blade isn't actually doing too well either, so may have to get both. Okay, so here's another thing that about the radiator fan radiator removal on this particular car. It actually falls very similar to the 2006 model and related to Toyota Siennas, where there's actually a bracket, a top bracket right here that is combined with the AC condenser. So the radiator and the AC condenser has a bracket on top and a bracket on the bottom that combines the two items together. So I'll show you the bracket on the bottom right here. This is the bracket, and it's held in by these two Phillips screws that actually, tend to strip quite often. So the bottom bracket, you actually do not remove these Phillips screws. The top bracket, you do need to remove the Phillips screws to get the actual metal frame out of there. So that's one step. The next step is, if you look down here carefully, there's actually a bolt right there. There's a bolt right there, and then there's another bolt on this side, which I already removed already. So that you actually have to remove on the bottom side. So that's why I actually have the bumper removed for easy access. You may or may not need to remove it if your job depends on how much room and what kind of tools you have. There's also two matching bolts on the top side, one there and one here. It's supposed to go here, and those need to be removed, and the radiator should come out. You do not need to remove the condenser. Okay, I wanted to finish up this video by showing you the old engine taken out of the car, and I wanted to remind everybody to please subscribe and like this video. Again, it's 2006 Toyota Highlander Hybrid, similar to the Lexus rx400h and the 350h. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe below. Stay out of debt. Pay cash for cars. Debt-free Cars is here to help. Please subscribe.